Alright guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is J Vetum, and we're going to get down to all the questions we've been getting lately. So, it was a good idea doing the collab video with Reyes. I got quite a bit of subscribers from that. So thank you guys for showing support and liking my content. Now with that being said, I did record a video like 4 days ago. And you guys might think that things might be running smooth. I'm truck driving 7 days a week. I record a podcast here and there, and then I do the YouTube channel. But sometimes things get complicated. For example, on Monday I had to get off early for work to go do a podcast. So I missed out on $200 right there because I left work early. On Tuesday as well, I left work early to get the memory card, transfer the sound, the audio into the video format, and I also missed out on $200. So that's $400 this week, and nothing got put out. So now I am here Friday night recording this video for you guys. So please like and subscribe. Alright, so we're going to get answering some quick questions. The format of the video in the beginning, we're just going to answer some questions, talk a little bit about how to get your license, how I got my license so fast in 2 weeks, and then we could talk about, my recommendation, from all the information I have, what I recommend doing if you want to be an owner-operator. Now remember, you guys are free to correct me. I'm a rookie. I'm 21 years old. This is my first time truck driving as an owner-operator, so I'm just going to give you guys the best information that I have available to me. So let's go right here with the first question. So first question is from Carlo. All right, how did you start being a truck driver? Did you go to school? In this video. Okay, so like I said, I do want to keep reminding you guys in every video that I am truck driving only for a while. That way my channel just doesn't get a lot of truck drivers, and then I post my business content and then boom, nothing. But basically, I became a truck driver because I need anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 to get a business started, and the fastest way I saw to get there was being an owner-operator. So, but it did take a while. So I started planning this about 18 months ago. Last year, I was working at Tesla, and I was okay. Well, I want those 50, 60 grand, but at Tesla's gonna take too long. So I moved on to truck driving. I saved about $30,000 from working at Tesla, and then I went to an auction. I bought a truck. I had my test scheduled. I didn't get insurance, and I got blacklisted from the auction. So, I took an opportunity there. Nothing happened, so I had to wait till the next year. But I did run my DOT for a year, which is what allowed me to get insurance this year with Progressive. Now, many of you guys wanted to know how I got my license in 2 weeks. So something I do want to talk to you guys about is, so when I went to the truck driver school, I did notice many people were like unmotivated to keep going because they couldn't touch the trucks, they couldn't drive, because you have to get your permit to do that, and they went to school without getting the permit. So what I did is I got my permit before going to school. So I went to the DMV, I paid the fee to do it. I took the test, completely failed it, but I had an idea of what I needed to study. So I got my permit. I went to the school. I quit my job. I was going like 12 hours every day. I got my license in 2 weeks. Now the reason I got it in 2 weeks because there's a lot of people at school and some of them aren't ready, because usually you have to wait about a month from the date you make your appointment to go take a test. But some people were like, you know what, my test is coming up, but I don't feel ready. Would you like to switch? So I switched them, took my test, and I got my license. So that's what I did. Now, what you need to get your license, you basically need to learn skills. You need to learn how to reverse a truck, how to change gears, all the rules. You need to learn a pre-trip. Make sure your truck is good to be loaded, that nothing is messed up, that it's safe for the roads, and you need to pass about 3 tests. Now, for the job I'm doing, my only endorsement I have is doubles. Now, with that being said, let's see what other questions we have real quick. How much would you say I should have saved up to buy a good truck? Now, to be honest, I'm only going to try and advise you guys on what I best know. I know Cummins are the best engines for semi-trucks. I did only start driving, Freightliner since I got my license, so I felt comfortable with buying that. And I feel like a Freightliner is, the Honda of the semi-truck world, because they're everywhere and parts might be cheap. I have a DD15 in mind, but I wouldn't know what to tell you if I'm being honest, man. It depends what kind of freight you're going to be hauling. If you're going to be going up the hill, if you're going to be going, just on freeway roads. It really depends what you're going to do. So you really have to take the time out of your day to research that a little better. Now let's see what else we have right here. All right, we have a question here. How long did it take you to get your own truck? And when you mention $20,000 a month, do you mean gross or net? Okay, so it took me, like I said, I was at Tesla with the purpose to save money for a business, so I already had money saved up. But to be an owner operator, you do have to be patient because you need to analyze many different things because people work in different areas. Like for the job I'm doing, if you guys watch the other video, I don't even need to, I don't need to be in contact with a broker every day. I just contacted the company. I went through a broker, but he doesn't, I never even met the guy. We just start working every day. So it depends what industry you want to get in. I saved the $30,000 and I did my calculations. I thought that was enough to get the business going, and that's what I did. Let's see what else we have. Okay, I had $12,000 to buy a truck. I couldn't get anyone to finance the truck. The truck was only $20,000. I have a 780 credit score. They said I'm too young, but we're the same age. Man, that sucks. Someone didn't mention here that it might be your credit history, but to be honest, I've been fortunate enough to know ever since I graduated, it is important to keep a good relationship with your banks. I got a credit union. I opened a Wells Fargo, U.S. bank account, all the branches that are around my area. And since I graduated, I've just been getting small personal loans to create that bond with the bank. And when I got my truck, I gave the guy $20,000 cash, and I went to my credit union and I got a loan of $8,000 with a 4% interest rate, and I paid that off as soon as I made my money back. So only took me like 2-3 weeks to pay that off, so it wasn't that bad, man. I hope that helps. Maybe you could try going to your bank and asking them if they could pre-qualify you before you go to a dealership and they just ding your credit. I hope that helped. Let's see what else we have. All right, let's see. So they asked how much was my down payment for my insurance. My down payment for my insurance was $3,000, but that included the first month of insurance, and I paid $2,400 a month for insurance, which I know sounds like a lot, but you guys have to understand, I'm better off paying that than being a driver for someone else. Because if you guys don't know, as drivers, you get paid very little, but it is getting the experience. When I first started truck driving, I was driving a truck that had no AC. I got any job I could just to get some experience, and sometimes I got my $1,000 a week, and then sometimes $600, sometimes $700. So the pay isn't great, but it is, you have your long-term goal to get to be an owner-operator soon. Now, we're going to get to the good part. My tips on being an owner-operator. So a lot of people talk bad about being owner-operators, and to be honest, I think it's because people treat it like a job and not like a business. Being an owner-operator is simple, not easy. It is many steps you need to take, but you can simplify it to, run it like a business. You need to understand you're going to have your startup costs, depending on what kind of freight you have. If you have flatbeds, if you have a reefer, a dry van, it depends what equipment you need, what kind of trucks you need. But it is a business, so you have to understand you need money to start the business. You need tires. You're going to need maintenance. You're going to need to make sure your reefer is good. You need to make sure you have straps for your flatbed. And you need to make sure how much diesel is going to cost, how much insurance is going to cost. So it literally has to be like a business. And that's what I did. Now, for example, if you guys want to be an owner-operator but are not sure how much money you can make or if it's even worth it, there's many apps that they have right now. One of them is Uber Freight, and the other one is, I believe, called the DAT load board. Now, I'm going to go right here and do a screen record of the DAT board. Give you guys a quick example on my tips. If you guys want to be an owner operator, get your license every day. You could be going on the load board and getting an idea of, what? I live in the LA area, so you're gonna check trips in the LA area, and you're just gonna get your license and keep checking these every day. Write them down. Do the math. Do the math on your trips to see what estimates you have. Like for example, right here we have a trip going from San Leandro to LA. This trip is paying $900. It's for a reefer, and it's $361. So there's, as you guys can see here, there's different trips. There's one from Woodland to Stockton for a dry van. It's paying $450 for a 70-mile trip. So I'm just, to make it simple for the video, I'm just showing trips in California. We have Gilroy to Gal today, 131 miles, $700 for a dry van. And basically what I mean by showing you, see we have one right here, $1,700 for almost 400 miles. Now, what I want you guys to do with this information is you're going to get your license. Every day you could go on here, look at the payments, check the trips coming out from your area. Or if you live in a small town, check what the biggest city near you is. Like, for example, I'm in the Central Valley. A city near me would be, Stockton or San Jose. So I would leave my parked truck in San Jose and just drive to work. So I save the money on that diesel. But basically, you guys can start getting an idea how much you could make. You're looking at this weekly, monthly, and you get an idea, okay, from all the trips I've been looking at, on average here, I could make about $6,000 a week and have the Sunday off with my family and still get some home time here and there. So then that's when you need to run it like a business. You need to understand $6,000 a week. Okay, my insurance could be what? Let's put me as an example. Insurance $2,400, right? So we got insurance is gonna be $2,400, and then it depends also what truck you need. My truck was paid off, so you could probably try to do your best job to save up money and pay your truck off. But if you can't, get a loan on it. So let's say you have a payment on the high side of $2,000. So first of all, let's just do it real quick. So you're averaging $6,000 a week. Now 6,000, times 4 in a month, you have $24,000. So we're gonna deduct the 2,400, and it's gonna get us 21,600. Then after that, you're gonna have a payment of a truck on the high side, maybe of $2,000. So minus $2,000 for your truck payment, we're at 19,600. And then to rent a flatbed is anywhere from 1,000 to 1,300 from the numbers I've been hearing. Feel free to correct me on the comment section if I say anything that's not accurate. So we're gonna subtract 1,300 for your flatbed. And then diesel cost, I average about 1,000 to 1,200 on diesel a week. And that's for the trips I'm doing, but it also going to depend where you're going, if you're going uphill. So just a rough estimate, we're going to do $4,600 a month on diesel. So minus $4,600. And we're going to be at 13. All right, we're going to be at 13,700. Now don't forget your taxes, right? So self-employed tax is, I believe, 15%. So we're going to do that 15%. So now we have 13,700 minus that 15%. It's gonna get us. It's gonna leave us at about $11,645. Now, with that math, you're gonna decide, okay, is it worth it for me to be an owner operator? I can make $11,000 a month here. I might have some breakdowns, but you have to understand there's gonna be expenses, and you need to organize everything like a business. Be organized. That's, I believe, what the hardest thing is with many people that hate the trucking industry. And many people say you're going to have a headache with your breakdowns, but, I mean, that's when fear comes in. I heard that a lot too. I've only had to waste $130 on an airbag and on a rubber seal for my semi-truck, and it's been running good. Now, I hope that DAT board helped you guys out. You guys are free to check it out. It's a free app. You can just download it and look at the trips around your area. Now, that being said, I did get a question as well as why I decided to do the kind of freight I'm doing, or why I'm doing seasonal work. Now, like I said, I'm only in and out of the trucking industry, so I'm going in for 3 to 4 months, but I started a little bit late during harvest season. I started in the last week of July, so I'm almost on my second month of truck driving, and tomato season is almost going to be over. Now, I decided to do this because it has the lowest cost of entry. I was doing Super 10s or dump trucks in the Bay Area. Those average anywhere from $80,000 to $120,000. So for me to afford that, there was no way I was going to afford that. I need a flatbed and a 3-axle truck to do the other kind of work. So the cost is higher. I need a flatbed and the truck. Now, my cost of entry for this kind of job I'm doing right now is basically just a truck. I know people that bought a truck for $6,000 at an auction and are running it pretty good throughout the season. Now, I didn't want to take the risk of anything breaking down, so I did buy a truck that was a little bit on the newer side. New tires, was checked by a mechanic. Everything was good on it, so I decided to make that purchase of $28,000, which I plan to sell at the end of the season for around the same thing, because that's how much they're worth. I know some people are saying that's expensive for the truck I got, but those are the prices in my area, so there's nothing I can do about that. Now, that being said, the cost of entry to my business is just the truck. You get your truck, you get your permits going, your insurance going, you hit up the company, you get in there, and you don't have to be in contact with a broker every day. They give you a schedule, 16 hours a day. You have to rest 8 hours, and you know you can take the weekends off. But who's gonna take the weekends off when it's seasonal? You know, is a weekend gonna cost me $1,000 during quarantine? I got nothing else better to do, so I'd rather go to work. So I have been working the 7 days a week. And if you guys seen the video with Reyes, those checks were small. You know, that was my first 2 weeks of truck driving. I was working night shift. I was really tired. Now my checks have not looked that small since I got used to the work and everything. Now I am gonna make that video next. You know, I was trying to wait till the end of tomato season to make a full review of how the season was, but I have been getting a lot of questions about that. So we'll just do my first month of truck driving, and 2 weeks from now we'll add the other video from the end of the season. So I'll make that for you guys. You know, right after this video, we'll do my taxes, my insurance, and how much I'm taking home. Now, what else? What else can we talk about, guys? Let's see. Now, I did mention in Reyes' video that it is important to get your DOT. You can get that before you have your license, your permit, anything, and that'll kind of get the ball rolling with the insurance company that you exist already. At least that's what I was told, and that's what my younger brother's gonna do. He's 18 right now. He got his DOT, and he's gonna have that running. That way, when he gets his license, it's gonna be running for a while, and it's easier for insurance companies to get you. Now, if you guys have any more questions about that, I'll put the number up in the screen, and you could, you know, give them a text, and they'll help you out with any questions you have about getting your own authority, getting your motor carrier permit, your DOT as well. Just make sure you mention you saw them on the J Vetum YouTube channel, and they'll take care of you. So go ahead and give them a call. They're the ones who helped hook me up. So if there's any more specific questions, I am going to be going live. Let's see. I'm going to be going live on my Instagram. I can make time. Monday. So October 5th at 8 p.m. Monday, October 5th, 8 p.m. I'll be going live on my Instagram. If you guys have any more specific questions I can help you guys out with, give me a follow. I'm going to have a pinned comment on the bottom. If it gets 100 likes, I'll go live on Monday, and I'll help you guys with any specific question you guys need. Now, with that being said, I do also want to leave you guys with a pretty good video, you know, I found not so long ago. It's about an hour long, and it talks about being an owner of trucks. So if you guys are more interested in kind of being an owner and having your own fleet of trucks, I'm also going to leave that video up here. I'm going to link it down below in my description, and go ahead and check it out, because I'm just giving you guys information that I have learned as well through, you know, doing my research. So I'm just helping you guys with what I can. Anything else, let me know. Next video, we're going to talk about how much I made a month and how much I'm keeping, which I think is pretty good. So stay tuned to that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. I do lose money when I make these videos, but it's okay. Thank you guys for the support.